Yeah, exactly. What did you have? What did you have for dinner?
I had Chinese. What did you have?
I had Japanese.
Oh, you cheeky little monkey, you!
It was. It's the first time.
You ate me.
It's the first time I've ever had a takeaway from obviously our Japanese restaurant we go to, and it was.
Oh yeah.
Yes, I was very happy. Although Liz wouldn't let me have any king
Nice.
fruit.
I need to have a word with her. She needs to look after you better. Anyway, cheers.
Cheers. So, what are we drinking tonight, Jonathan?
We are drinking tonight a Malbec, predictably. Yeah. Nice.
I've gone. See, I'm mixing it up. I'm not doing it for the same drink every week.
Look at that.
Guinness. I literally haven't had a Guinness since lockdown started, for sure, because I've not bought any. And obviously, my mate Roscoe and me always have a Guinness when we're at racing, and we've been racing.
In tribute, exactly.
Yeah, this is mine and Roscoe's tribute Guinness.
The Irish boys will be happy.
There you go, exactly. So when we're at Paddy Piston, I'm ready.
I'd not actually had a Guinness until, well, I probably had one when I was about 12, but I'd not had a proper Guinness until Paddy Piston, I think last year. And Barkley got me on it. It's definitely a lot better over there than it is here, isn't it?
I've heard that. I've never been to Ireland, mate, so I don't know.
Have you not?
Nope.
All the places Paddy Piston before.
I've been in the world, and I've never been to the land of the green over there.
We will be going to the land of the green next year.
I've never been to Scotland.
We will have a Guinness. Have you not?
No.
That's actually quite shocking.
Yeah, I know. Never been to Scotland, never been to Ireland, but I've been to all the other random places.
Two very beautiful places. So other than that, and the fact that I have actually seen you today, and we've been testing bits and pieces, how else has your week been? Has it been all right? Yeah.
Again, like kind of semi-retarded teacher now. Not retired, I'm definitely a retarded teacher. Liz had to take over a bit because she's a better teacher than me. Yeah, still doing the whole teaching thing. The school got a bit worried this week because we haven't been using school apps and letting them know how we're getting on. So they'd thought we'd literally just abandoned the children.
Oh.
Yeah, apart from that, obviously we've been able to do a bit of testing this week because of the less lockdowny rules that we can go to work. Obviously, it's my job.
Yep.
So, or our job.
Lucky boy.
Yeah. So, yeah. I mean, it's been nice to get back to the track, and it's obviously nice to have a track we can actually use.
Yeah, and it's outdoors as well, which is even better.
Yeah, exactly. So yeah. I mean, been doing some running on the track, which obviously there's 35 people watching this at the moment that are probably all keen to know about that. That's the most exciting thing in our lives right now, isn't it?
It is. I got a sneaky little video of a lap. However, our wonderful tech is not actually letting me upload that at the moment. So I'm trying in the background to get that up. So hopefully at some point tonight we can show a little bit of a car going around.
Yeah, good.
Very interestingly for me, watching you go around earlier with a bit of a 10th car as well, that was exciting because we've got something that works for both scales, I think.
Yeah, I mean, I just
awesome.
For anyone, no one obviously knows yet, but I just grabbed one of my kids' 2-wheel drives, not even my car, had like a 10.5 motor in it, and it was dialed. It would do the whole track with ease. It had good grip. It wasn't too bumpy by any means. Nice and smooth. Even the big jump at the back, it would just about make it with a 10.5. So, with my car, it would be fine. But yeah, great stuff. Really enjoyed the lap, to be honest.
It looked good. And as I say, hopefully we're going to get a video up a little bit later on. This week at the track, the main stuff, if anyone's followed any of the little social media stuff, is all around the race control and driver's stand and store and all that sort of stuff, which has been quite painful actually, because we've been let down loads of times on deliveries of various items to get that going properly. Hopefully next week, we'll have much more to show on that. We've got some stairs in now. We still can't actually finish those off or set the height because we need the floor in on top of the container, which is one of the things that we got let down on our boarding for that. And then also we had some issues around getting enough power for the welder that we need to be able to get the lattice bracing that we've got on the top done.
Yep.
But that should all happen pretty quick, I think. Tomorrow's going to be quite a big day for that, actually. So I'm excited for tomorrow. It's going to be a long one, I think.
Yeah, it'll be a long one. I say it's nice when you order like next day delivery stuff to arrive Thursday and it's still not even there. It's like
still not.
It's
nightmare. But then on the other side of that, I also know, like for us, when we've been sending orders out and they've not been getting there quite as quick as people would like them. So we have to have some humility, I guess, in this time. It's just frustrating when it's for you. When it's
on yours. Yeah. Now we know what they all feel like.
Yeah, exactly.
When Royal Mail delivers a parcel.
Oh my God! Don't talk about Royal Mail. Should you do some of the infamous Leroy shout outs down the side? Because I can see a few people saying hello.
That's what I was just trying to get in there. So here we go. You ready? Right, let me turn it on. I'm taking it off top chat. It always does that. Go on live chat here. Here we go. Kev Brunston, the first one on to say hi. Hello, Kevin. Alexander Spray. Is that young Alex Spray? Alexander Spray? Dad Richard Spray? Maybe. If it is, awesome to hear from you. If it's not, hello, Alexander Spray. Martin Hart is always one of the first ones to say evening. Evening, Martin. Michael Shorey. Don't know who that guy is. Do you know who Shorey is?
No. Never heard allegedly, he's very, very good with a chainsaw.
So I heard. I see it to believe it. He's going to reverse it. Tony McKibben.
Can you do that when I'm not just taking a sip?
Tony McKibben, evening. Mark Jacker, Gavin, Eclipse CGI, who says proper drink, and Eclipse CGI is our mate Paul Macy, who does our design stuff when required. So thanks, Paul.
Thank you very much, Paul. Thank you.
Simon Miller says, hey, Jez on the podcast morning is racing these days, says evening. Lyndon is back again. All is well, mate. Hope you're good too. Chris Green, our Northern Connection. Duncan Rist, everyone's favourite baker, is on there. Old Delia. Davey Rolls. Hello, Davey. Stuart Baldridge, I haven't seen you on here for a while. He said, what's he missed?
Absolutely nothing.
About 4 weeks of episodes, but Arvinder says hi. Scott Follington says evening, guys. And there, CJ says evening. Winston says evening. Mark Brunson Young says hello. And then we're moving into less of the hellos and more of the questions.
Yes, we'll be good. Because we're really short on content this week, guys, because we've been trying to bash it out, so to speak, at the track. So, yeah, we're short on content. We've got no special guests lined up. So any questions, however weird they are, whether they're RC or not, get posting them in the comments there, and then we'll have something to chat about. That excludes you, Win.
Yeah, Win, you can take a chill.
Unless you can do some questions that don't need censoring.
Yeah, exactly. So I'll move straight into this. We gave a few of our team drivers a little sneak peek of us driving around track earlier, and Paul says it looked great for a 1/10.
Yes.
So yeah, hopefully if we get the video loaded, everyone else can see. But yeah, it was good fun. I really enjoyed it. Alex says yes, it is Alex. So hi, Alex. Hope the elbow is well. Alex broke his elbow last year. That's why he hasn't been racing much. So I think he's fully mended now. But obviously we're all stuck inside anyway. Chris McLaughlin says hi, and then DNA Racing is on. Our mate Roscoe. And Talbot's on. Talbotini. How's my body shell, Talbotini? Still not painted? Still masked up?
That poor guy he's going to be a victim of his own success. He should do like slightly shitter spray jobs, and then he wouldn't have so many people wanting them.
Yeah. Do like we do, like one colour jobs. Tim Roberts says hello and what's your drink? You've missed that, Tim. We've done the whole drink thing.
We did.
Sorry, mate.
Coca-Cola.
Yeah, exactly. Duncan Rist. Says, latest on the new Bullet engine. I've got a lovely new car waiting for it to go in.
Yeah, the latest is it's in my hand, and so we're going to be getting to do some work on that very, very shortly. It will be quick. It will be quick. I think 3 to 4 weeks, something like that. Give us a sensible timescale to work with. It is dependent on various people being back at work that currently aren't. So there's a little bit of a moving goalpost, but hopefully very soon.
You said today,
and we'll hook you up if you need something.
OS themselves are not open yet, right?
No, I think they might be back next week. So fingers crossed.
Yeah, slows everything down a wee bit when all the places that you want to talk to are not.
Yeah, definitely so.
Wicked. So yeah, let's talk about the track then. We'll wait for a few questions to come in.
They'll pop up.
Let's go. Well, we haven't been on for a week, have we? Didn't do Wednesday.
No.
So where were we last week? Last week we just finished the layout. We hadn't quite finished the AstroTurf. Oh no, we had finished it, hadn't we?
I think so. Yeah, I think we'd finished the AstroTurf, and we've had various shots that we've put out here, there, and everywhere over the week. Obviously, the Astro is all now down. We are now touching up our oiling. We obviously got the bulk of that down when we were doing it, which left some places needing a little bit of love, which we've been doing today. So that's starting to look pretty much complete. In fact, I think really the track's ready to run on in terms of holding a race or practice or anything else. So we've been tarting up a bit of the fence line, Leroy, today, haven't we? Getting some stones down. Just trying to make it look as absolutely nice as we can. And then all focus next week is going to be on rostrum.
Yeah.
So yeah, we're still aiming for that internal end of this month, but aren't we?
Yeah.
For it to be ready.
Yeah, exactly. And then hopefully we'll be allowed to open up with our social distancing measures in place to a few guys and get some people at the track, which would be nice.
Exactly. And when that does happen, we'll be there every day. Somebody will be there every day to welcome socially distanced the people that arrive.
Yep, exactly.
Luckily, we've got a nice big rostrum so that we can get 6-7 people up there. We'll do the same in the pit lane. I think we've got some quite good ideas for how we're going to cope with that when that time comes. So yeah, it'll be super exciting to see different people going around, I think.
It'd be cool. It'd be cool to see. I mean, obviously my kids have been there and they've done a few laps and they can get round. So that's a good indication that it will be suiting for everyone. You can drive round fast, or you can go round slow, and it's still enjoyable for everyone. I mean, they love it, so that's the main thing, and I love it too. Which is awesome.
Which is a bit of luck as you designed it. I was going to say to you earlier, if you drove it and you didn't like the design, then
it's my fault.
Exactly. Well, you could blame the interpretation that went on.
Yeah, exactly, Dave. But no,
Triple D is missing in action. I was going to try and get him on tonight, but he didn't seem to want to come on earlier on when I mentioned it.
Oh, he said he was going to come on TV and everything, but maybe that was a different type of thing. Maybe he was watching something. Maybe the internet's working good.
Yeah, that was a different conversation. I tell you, one thing that has happened this week, which is exciting, is that you've managed to finish the build of the competition winner's car, Alicia's car. So that will be wending its way to her tomorrow.
Yep.
So that's exciting.
It was a little bit. A few people have asked for the AstroTurf setup that I put on it. It's kind of. I'm going to write it up, but it's a little bit of guesswork because I haven't driven on dry AstroTurf yet, for obvious reasons. Okay. We've either been locked in or it's not been dry because it was winter. So I've driven wet AstroTurf, and you kind of get a good feel for what you'd need to change should it dry out. So it's a little bit of educated guesswork, shall I say? But I think I'm quite well placed to be able to guess.
I would think so.
Yeah,
I would take your guess over most. I would say,
but it'd be great to hear from her once she's run it and see what she thinks.
It's like I would just think, failing that, you could just drive all over our infield, and that would give you some drag.
No,
I'm not saying you should do that, mind you. No,
yeah, exactly. I tell my kids off for stepping on there because it looks so nice and green. I don't want anyone to walk on with oily shoes or anything. So
Exactly. You've crashed the car. Stop. Don't
yeah.
move.
James was trying to drive his short course over it earlier, and he got a road rollicking.
All good stuff. How are these questions coming in? I think we might have some coming in now, Leroy. It's going to help us with a bit of content.
Sure. So, our mate Paul says the best tyres for 1/10 on the raceway. Well, some beta ones when we make them. But at the moment, I mean, I just chucked some hole shots and ribs on. They're actually from the Worlds that weren't used, and it went round great, didn't it? Really, you had a quick go of my car as well, and
I did.
Yeah, good grip.
That's the first time I've driven a 10th car on dirt ever.
There you go. See, it's what it's all about to me. I love 10th scales on dirt with rib tires. That's what they were made for. I actually want to try and find.
It feels like the future.
Yeah, but it's very much the past. I want to try and find some original rear motor tool drives. I think you've got one still, haven't you? You had a B4. Dave showed me it in the shed.
Yes. Yeah, so that's true.
Maybe we'll get that out because that would be so good around that track.
You reckon?
Yeah, I mean they're slow compared to a mid-motor car, but they are 100 times nicer to drive on dirt.
Right. Yeah, that only ever raced. I think we've said this before. Only ever raced at your track. Once.
Yeah. There you go. So it's also got some good history to it.
Yeah. Oh, we'll dig it out. It probably needs a bit of Leroy love, to be fair, because I think it might be missing some things, but we could get it going.
Yeah, we'll sort it. So that answers the question. We're not really sure. It's going to be one of our tyres, but in the meantime, the whole shots were great. Duncan Wrist, latest on. Oh, we're done. Talking about bullet engines.
I'll tell you what we need to update CJ, because I haven't seen him ask, is there any news on the four-wheel drive update? So CJ, that's already been released, sold out. You missed the first batch, and they're due back in about 3 months' time.
Yeah, sorry, mate. We've already won a world championship with it. We did our own little Wednesday night worlds at the track, and we really did there. But in reality, I'm still not 100% sure. It should be here pretty soon. I don't really know when. Actually, I do know. That's a bit of a lie. I know that they were doing the photo studio, whatever. What do you call it? Photo shoot for it on Friday. So that basically tells me.
Oh, that's good news.
Yeah, it's very, 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 very close, if not finished. So.
Oh, that's good news.
I don't know if I was allowed to say that, but I will. Whatever. Duncan says, "Cheers for the update." That was with the the engine, I think. Nemo Raceway Straight is quite long. What spur clutch pinion do you suggest? It is quite long, but I mean, my car's standard. I used a 1349, and it feels absolutely fine, really.
Yeah, I would say, don't need to do anything different, I don't think.
No,
it is a long straight, but it doesn't. It seems to be fine on it.
Yeah, the straight's long, but everything else in the track is kind of short shoot, and you want the bottom end power there. So I don't think you'd want to gear it up necessarily.
No, definitely not. I'm going to do a shout out. I'm going to butt in your shout outs. I see that Wayne Davis. Hi both, Wayne boy. Nice to see you online. And CJ wants to know the favourite bit of the track.
Well, I know my favourite bit, and I know your favourite bit, and they're both the same bit, I think. So the best bit for me is. So I say what, yeah.
Wee.
This bit is the best bit of the track. From this double,
the bit that looks like boobs.
Yeah, from this double through these droopy set of tits here. That's the best bit of the track. It's when I drew it, I was like, yeah, that'd be quite cool. And I was thinking, do I need to put a jump in it or anything like that? And I'm so glad I didn't. It's just so cool.
Me too.
You come over the double, which is super easy. You just float over, and then you land into an off-camber turn. You need to get it kind of hooked up on, throw it into another off-camber corner. And you have to be so precise, but it's so rewarding when you do.
Yeah.
But
definitely my favourite bit too.
Even if you're not precise, you don't crash necessarily. You're just wide and you lose a bit of time, but you can still stunt it out. It's actually a really cool section.
So, are we saying that we're both boob men then?
It looks that way, yeah. Although you do like the bum
Next. Well, indeed. That's definitely a different episode.
That's Dave's one.
Right, where are we? Before I blush.
Gavin says, any updates on the 4-wheel? We just discussed that one. You jumped in there early on the gun.
Yep.
Scott Stiles says, hi Lee, what's the next car that rocked? So I was going to do one this week, but I basically just ran out of time a little bit with doing a bit of schoolwork with the kids. And then I've been getting back on my bicycle quite a lot, as John knows. And I went out for a ride and I simply ran out of time. Bad timing. My wife will moan at me. So yeah, another one will be out very soon. It's my 2010 TRF 4-drive European Championship winning car, which backs up the 2-drive one. So yeah, that'd be cool when it comes out. I'm glad people are asking about it, which means it's been pretty good. Have you watched the 2-drive one yet? No.
Good response. No, I haven't. But it's not because I don't want to. I'm going to watch it tonight. I'll watch it. As soon as this is finished, I'll watch it.
Okay.
In my defence, Leroy, you have got me working quite hard.
Yeah.
So time has been limited.
Well, we need a track to run on. I can go to work now, but I'm not sure I can turn up at Hearts or whatever.
No, I think that's a bit different. Come to your own track.
Exactly.
Makes more sense.
So Jeremy Ketchell said, what's the best tyre choice for 1/8 and 1/10? What's your best tyre so far on our track for Ape Scale?
I think for most it will be Volante, because I think it gives a really nice, safe drive. I think a Cube will be a little bit faster, a little bit more steering, a little bit more direct feeling, but it's definitely a little bit more difficult to drive as well. So I think for the masses, I think a Volante will be a really nice tyre. It'll feel really satisfying to drive on. And if you're looking for the last few tenths of a second, probably a Cubes. Both in super soft at the moment. Feels really hooked up, really good traction level. Even, like there's a couple of little places where we added some more oil today, didn't we? That if you ran a little bit wide, it would be a bit pushy just because you were actually on the oil a bit more. But when it's all completely settled down, I think those will be the two. And then for a long life tyre, if you just want to come and churn a load of laps out, I'd just bolt set a free ride on and go crazy because they'll last really well.
Yeah, I mean, I've actually only used Volante so far. I haven't chucked any Cubes on yet, and they felt great. Even when the front's kind of slick out, you lose a tiny bit of steering, but it's not enough that you feel like you have to put new tyres on. It's just like, it's just pushing a little bit. That's fine. So yeah, I've liked Volantes so far, especially as the track's nice and smooth and stuff. You can properly get on the throttle, get on the gas.
Yeah, definitely.
So here we go. Moving down a little bit. Where am I?
While you move down, I'm just going to try and sneak a different way to get this video to play. I'm going to throw it up to YouTube and then see if it will let me link it across. So if I look a bit mongy for a minute.
No problem.
I'm not sure I should have said that.
You concentrate and I'll
I'm here. I can hear you, but I'm going to be just tapping away for a minute or three.
All right. Davey Rolls says, "Will I be running a new e-buggy as well as Nitro?" Of course. Looking forward to getting our production e-buggy. Should be very, very soon. I think by the time the track opens, we should have a few of them flying around. So pretty excited about that. Also, Scorpion have been developing some ape scale stuff, which we're also excited to get in our cars. So yeah, it should be awesome.
Very excited.
DNA Racing, I've got 2 or 3. I think that's in relation to rear motor cars because Ant loves his vintage cars. He's got a couple of Losi double X's and stuff, and a triple X, I think. So that's good. Brosco, get them out. We'll do a vintage rear motor dirt race. That'd be awesome.
Can I commentate on that one?
You can commentate, mate. Yeah. You got to say bumhole though.
Yes, I will get some tips off Tony Truman.
Yeah. Here we go. Track looks good, John, and best of luck with its opening when you can. Thank you, Darren Smith.
Thank you.
Paul says, forever known as...
Is that your dog snoring?
Yeah, can you hear him?
Yeah.
Nutter. They're sat on their chair watching me. Well, not watching me because they're asleep, snoring away.
Awesome.
So a lot of people asking about tyres for the track, so we've summed that up. Guys, any update on the A319E, as I'm stuck between that and the A319? Well, just get both, dude.
Easy.
Easy peasy. Easy peasy.
So 319E is bagged and tagged. It's just our chassis that we're waiting for because we did a last minute swap on a couple of details, which I think we covered a couple of weeks ago. I can't really remember. But that's the hold up, is because there's something that we weren't quite happy with. We changed it. We are happy. We went to the moon and he's gone back to the moon. He's back.
For some reason, it wants to fall over.
Yeah, a bit like the yoke stuff. We've been having all the press shots done, which are completed. So yeah, we're going to have that kit very soon. Very soon.
Awesome. What inserts for whole shot tires? I mean, the ones that are in mine were just stock inserts. I think if you had a 2-stage, they would also be good. Maybe even some closed cell would be pretty good as well.
Yeah.
What about VMAX? What do you think about VMAX on the track?
I think that they will be very, very good. I haven't tried VMAX. There's absolutely no reason why they wouldn't be a good tyre. But I think we've got it so smooth and so nicely oiled at the moment that it would be hard to look past a Cube or a Volante. But again, like I said about Freeride being a tyre that you could just bolt on and go and do a load of laps, I think the same with a VMAX. You could throw those on and go and smash a load of laps out, and they'll feel fantastic. And the wear rate will be very good on them as well.
Yeah.
So yeah, Scott, put your VMAX on, you'll be fine.
Wicked. I've seen a good question here. Is there any plans for covered pit area, maybe even a bar?
Yes, there is plans. phase 2 plans probably, but yes, there is plans, and yeah, there's some good plans.
Yeah. And I'm down to the bottom now. I've run out of everyone else's questions. How did the video?
We need the boys to ask some more questions. Yeah. It's busily updating to YouTube at the minute. Once that's there, I think I can link across and it will work and stream from YouTube. Trying to get it up to this server. It's been going for about an hour now, and it's normally quite a bit quicker than that. So,
did you make a little video, or is it?
I did. Only a little small one. Nothing. It's not cool, and it's not got any of the drone footage and all the rest of it. I think we're going to do a really, really good video. That's going to be coming up shortly after. This one's just, I think it's me actually pounding around for a lap, just as it was, not too bad. So I'm hopeful we're going to get that up if we keep on talking rubbish for a few more minutes. Okay. It's getting quite close on the status bar to saying it's going to work. So fingers crossed.
Mr. Morel has just signed on, saying hi. Hi, Mr. Morel. Paul says, evening races, ? Floodlights, ?
Yes.
Yeah.
I would love to do those.
Yeah.
And yes, we've got some floodlights there, courtesy of Mr. Morel. So probably not enough to do a race, but it's a good start. And I think a night race would be very, very cool. That's definitely got us written all over it.
Yeah, exactly. I'll be there testing in the floodlights anyway. So
exactly, we'll try it out. We do want to do one of these live things. Maybe the Wednesday one will be the one to do it from the track. I think that would be quite cool to be live from and show the facility off a little bit and maybe do a bit of a walk around the track with your mate as well. I think that would be really, really cool to do it. We kind of planned, I think it was this one last week, wasn't it? Because we'd had nice weather. Was it this one? One of them we were planning and it didn't work out for various reasons.
Yeah. Well, it turned bad weather, didn't it? It got all windy and
did. It's about -3 and 100 miles an hour wind.
It was not pleasant. A windburn more than sunburn.
yeah, exactly. What lap times have you been doing? Kev wants to know. About 20 seconds, Kev. That's what you need to beat. Yeah. You're going to have to get practice in.
But no, in reality, they've been like...
Maybe maybe a 21.
Yeah, there've been fast laps have been 40, 43, 42, high 42s at best. So around the 43, 44 second mark, I think, isn't it?
Yeah, definitely. Mark Jacker, who holds the current lap record? Well, that would be Leroy, no doubt. I don't know what it is, but it would be Leroy.
I reckon
and
it's one of
Scott
my
saying,
kids.
what's the drainage like? Yeah, it might be, mightn't it? What's the drainage like? Well, we actually haven't had, after our initial disaster of a month's worth of rain in one day, we haven't actually had any further rain, I don't think. I was thinking about it earlier on. So right now, the drainage is probably the best I've ever seen in the world, ever, anywhere. It's just not a puddle on the track. But we'll probably need to review that once we've had some rain.
There is a couple of puddles. They're just oil.
Yes, that is true. And they stay there for quite a long time, which I think is also a good thing, because I think it shows we've sealed the surface somewhere and they just sit there. In fact, the oil's been it's a weird thing. I know, again, we've mentioned it before, but when the sun comes up, it comes back out of the surface, doesn't it? It's quite odd to get your head round.
Yeah, I mean, I was going around earlier and the sun popped out, and within like 5 minutes, you could feel the oil on the tires a little bit more, because my tires were slick at that point. So yeah, it was really interesting. Actually, it was kind of cool. Obviously, that's going to go. The more and more cars run around it, it will just become a very consistent surface.
Yeah.
My dog's trying to fight on a chair.
It's kind of. It's lovely. It's at that stage where we need to have a good few cars going around it, isn't it? I think that will really, really help it along.
It will, and it shows us areas that maybe we need to add a little bit more oil or water.
Yeah,
it's a learning process. It's dirt we're not familiar with, or we were familiar with it 10 years ago, but we knew it wasn't great, really.
No.
So
it wasn't.
Yeah. So yeah,
it needed some work.
Exactly.
Let's see. Gavin says, will we have a club car for people to try? Yes, we absolutely will have a demo car that you can rock up, go and cruise it around, and have some fun, see what you think, to 8 scale. That's going to be open to anyone at any time, with absolutely no pressure about whether you want to run our stuff or not. If you want to just come and see if RC's for you as well, it's going to be there. We'll have some 10th stuff there as well. So I think we've got some quite good plans for that, Leroy, haven't we, to try and bring some new blood in as well, as helping all the guys that currently do it too.
Yeah, exactly. I want to have cars there so people that are considering getting into the hobby can come and have a go, or even people that are considering buying a certain product, they can come and try it out. We don't go to Audi or Volkswagen down the road and just buy a car without taking a test drive, do we? So why don't we do it more in RC?
You only do that with Teslas. They don't seem to have test drives these days. You just rock up and.
Well, no one does these days because we're not allowed.
Well, that is true. We need our Rumble. We missed our midweek Mumble with Rumble. We could tell us about the test drives.
Yeah,
Rumble. I'm disappointed to see no comments from you. If you're not watching, you're slacking. I hope you're taking some nice young lady out on a date that you can't do. Well, maybe you're doing some dogging or something. I don't know, but hope you're.
You can turn the light on, but you can't actually touch.
Yeah, exactly. Ralph Patterson says hello, thank you. We're all well, and Ashley as well. We hope you guys are good too, and hope to welcome you guys and all US Works guys down with us as soon as we can get you here.
We don't really, though, do we?
Yes.
Okay.
I love everybody, Leroy. You know. Chris James, dumb question. Yeah, dumb question. Does all the oil help with water runoff? Yes, I think it does massively in our experience from what we've seen over the last couple of years, I guess. Leroy, would you say, with the oil?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, the water just sits on top, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Which initially looks like you have puddles, but you sweep it off and it's gone. And it dries out super quick. So, yeah.
And stays rock hard under your foot as well, doesn't it? It's quite weird.
It is. I remember going to Slough to try my temp scales before the Huddy Arena Worlds, and they'd had the national beforehand. So the track I knew was oiled and good, and it had been dry for a number of days. But when I arrived, because all the lower bits of the track, they were just full of water, because the water had just sat in there and it couldn't go anywhere. And no one had gone to clear the water away, and it was just there like baths. And the water was warm, completely clear, like no dirt in it at all.
That's a slough spa. That you can take your shoes off and dip your feet in
I
it.
basically did. I actually spent like an hour with like an old sign or something scooping water out.
I hope you didn't find the old sign from behind the container, because that's where, when we were kids, we used to go to the toilet when we went to practice at Slough.
No, I think it was just some plastic thing that someone had fly tipped there.
Sounds about right. I'm sure we've got all those joys to come ourselves.
Yeah, exactly. I saw another one. Is there going to be power at the track? Obviously, this is more temp scale guys asking this one.
No, not to start with. We are off grid there, so we're looking at various options. Obviously, we're going to have generators running for race control and food and all those other things. But initially, for 10th scale, it will be a little bit more difficult. Having said that, I think on the practice days and stuff like that, we'd have no problem with helping with power and catering for the minimum people that we're going to be allowed to have there. And under the social distancing. But for a big race, if we were going to suddenly hold a big race there tomorrow, we wouldn't have enough power to power the pits, I don't think, Leroy, or would we?
No, I have no idea. I have to ask an electrician about that.
Yeah. Where's Action Man? Action Man.
Yeah,
tell us what we need to do.
But yeah, in the short term, for sure, in the short term future here, we'll have enough power because we're only going to be running timing gear plus all of our own chargers or whatever. So we have a nice big generator there. But as you say, when you run a meeting, I think you want to just look after your own stuff, because if it trips or whatever, because someone just put a kettle on in the pits, it's not going to be very good.
We need a coffee.
Yeah. Well, yeah, we get a nice coffee out of it, I suppose.
Exactly. Battery's flat, but we've had a nice coffee. All right.
Yeah.
Lee Warren, as a Gamma, do one of the best truggies on the market. Thank you, Lee. I take it you'll be encouraging them. Absolutely 100%. In fact, I hope to take my truggy there very soon and have a good blast round. It's a class that I really love. I know, Leroy, you were getting quite interested in getting going in that, weren't you?
Yeah, I wanted to do all the truggy nationals and stuff. I know I've done a bit of truggy in the past when I was with Mugen, but the Gamma truggy always looked awesome because it steered more than any other truggy out there, which if anyone's ever raced truggy before, that's like the hardest thing. You need a truggy to steer, and that's it. Yeah. Steer, and you got to have good power, and we have both of them things. So I was actually really looking forward to running truggy.
Yeah, maybe we'll get a video of that as well. We'll get the truggy up and running, and yeah, we'll post some video up of that, and that would be good.
Yeah, that'd be fun. Yeah, get your car there then. Is Davey Boy
yes.
ready, has he?
Maybe Davey Boy is in the shed right now making the truck a runner.
There you go. Get it there tomorrow.
I like it. Clean-up station for washing down the cars. Stuart, that's something that will be coming again. It probably won't be something that we launch with, but something that we have aspirations to offer. We're going to feed ourselves in. We want to have all these things there in the end, but starting from zero, it's going to take a little bit of time.
Yeah. Obviously, we'll try and get a compressor set up initially. Yeah. But yeah, like wash stations and stuff, that requires water. Obviously, there's no water there at the moment because it is off grid and yada, yada, yada.
Yeah, exactly. Action Man says need a big Jenny boss. So there we go. That's what our resident electrician is telling us. We need a big Jenny.
It's pretty big, though. I mean,
it is.
In terms of size, it's a bit of a monster.
It is a monster. It's showing me that the video is available for me to throw into the stream.
Wow. So this could go wrong again, but I get to see a video.
Okay, so I'm going to try and momentarily hide you, Leroy, and then I'm going to try and... Hang on. Okay. That's the wrong way around. Right. We ready? I'm going to hide you for a second.
No worries.
Can you hear me?
I can. Can you hear me?
Mute myself.
You're right.
I've lost you.
Can
you hear me? Oh, that's good. I can't hear you, but that's okay. I can lip read.
Or I can.
Did it look like the video played? Oh, fantastic! That's good news. That's good news. It would be good. Somebody on the comments say whether you can hear Leroy. It wouldn't be one of our broadcasts if someone couldn't hear someone at some point. We're getting some good comments come down. Oh, Leroy's left us. We're getting some good comments coming down. So let me read some of those while Leroy disappears and comes back. It's worth it if the video played for everybody. Oh, it's playing Leroy in. Is he there?
Hello. Does it work?
He's
Can
there.
you hear me?
I can perfectly.
Perfect.
I reckon we're working out the little ways to get around the bugs on Beeline.
Just leave and come back.
Yeah, leave and come back, and all is forgiven. So that's cool. So the video played. We're getting loads of comments coming on the side, so that's really cool. Obviously, it'd be much faster if it was a video of you going around, and I have got some of that, but it's going to look better than that little quick one that I had about 10 minutes to do while I was having a poo. So, yeah, that's the track. An eighth car going around the track.
There you go. I mean, yeah. It's cool.
It's gone wild on the side, Leroy. You're chief commander in comments. What's going on the side?
I'm chief commander. So a lot of people saying it looks awesome, and they said they can hear me. Obviously, we just couldn't hear each other, so it doesn't really work as a podcast thing. Then track looked awesome. Nice elevation changes. Looks good. I think that's.
Can I ask a question? That would be an awesome feature if you could have that on your wife, not your wife in particular, but on like wives, where you could just like turn off the feature of being able to hear them.
If I get, hold on, I haven't been shouted at yet. Although I think there's about a 20-second delay. She said she was going to go to sleep.
20-second delay, yeah.
She was a bit tired, so I don't know if she was going to watch. But we love Liz.
We do.
So track. Everyone says track looks really good. Nice elevation changes. What I was going to say is, that's a big thing from when you see a picture of it to when you actually pull into the track and you think, oh, actually, there's quite a lot of different heights and stuff and stuff's going on there. Whereas in a picture of it, you can't massively see that, which is great. No. I know when people have turned up to come and do some work at the track, they've been like, wow, that looks pretty impressive. So, yeah, that's cool. Leon Morel, itching to get out there. Prettiest 8th track ever. Aww.
Cheers, mate.
Little smug face. Wow, track looks nice, flowing, and not too difficult for us oldies. And as I said earlier, with my kids going around, I think that is an absolute major positive for the track. The way I like to build tracks is they drive as they look. So you can turn up, and from lap 1, you can drive around the track. You haven't got to learn that you need to steer more right here than you think you do, or if you feel like you're straight, but then you hit a pipe. I don't like tracks like that.
Great.
I like them where you can just turn up, you can put your car on, and you can drive around the track. Yeah, you're going to get faster, but there's nothing there that's going to catch you out. So
you're doing a good job, mate. Very good job.
I mean, yeah, same for you guys, obviously, with the elevation changes, that higher elevations at the back, which is perfect because you can see everything really well. If you have high elevation at the front, then your deception's off.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Do you know there's a good side benefit to that I think. When you're in the pit lane, it's like you're in an amphitheatre. You can see everything that's going on.
Yeah.
You can see the car everywhere, apart from when it enters the bum hole momentarily, but then it pops back out the other side and you can see it again. But everything else you can see really, really well. And I think that's cool. I think it's going to be a really, really nice track to watch, like you and Elliot and Neil and those guys battle it out on, because it's going to be racy, isn't it? It's very fast, very, very fast.
It is slightly worrying though, because if Neil's dad can see his car go around the track, he might be able to set it up a bit better.
That's disappointing. So
Yeah.
we'll make some harder bits tomorrow. We'll change it a little bit.
Yeah, we'll make sure Mick's like having to wear like a low hat or something just to. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Or just blindfold him, it'd be easier.
Yeah. Matty Thompson, nice to see you on. He says, "Damn, that looks good."
Thank you.
CJ says, "Guys, can you play it again with a little bit of commentary and talk us through the lap?"
No. Another time, yes, absolutely, and that would be cool. Maybe if we do a bit of a better video edit, like I say, with a bit more time. We were really late getting back tonight to make any of this happen, so that would be a cool thing to do, I think. But it's actually disappeared off my. It's even disappeared off my staging bit, so I can't even throw it back up again.
It's gone now. It says, "I've had enough. See you later. You had your one go."
Exactly.
Stuart says, "Track looks excellent. Thank you." Tim says, "Will we do an adapter kit for the A319 to the E like we did before?"
Yeah, I'd hope so. I actually don't know the definitive answer on that. I will ask the factory and come back to you. But it should be possible. Definitely should be possible. We like to try and do the conversion. So if you have got a nitro and you fancy going into an E like we did before with a conversion, so I'm going to say yes. And so if you want one, hunt us down. I'll make it happen.
It'd be nice. Yeah, I mean, I didn't see it before, but obviously the front and rear end are exactly the same. Yeah. So if you could just buy a chassis with all the bits, you could have an electric chassis there, and you just bolt your ends on.
That is basically what we used to do for the 215. Actually, before we even had a full kit, we had a conversion first, and then we did the full kit. So yeah, it's definitely doable. The bit that's hard is because it includes a chassis, it's quite pricey.
Yeah, then people
that's the hard part.
Buy a kit.
Yeah, exactly. Because that is obviously the one of the biggest costs that we have on a kit is the great big chunk of 7075 alloy for the chassis. But yeah, we'll definitely do one.
Yeah. Lewis Jones says he can't wait. Lewis has been desperate to try and get down there. He keeps asking me how it's going and asking for pictures. So
looking forward to welcoming. Yeah, 100%.
Definitely. Congratulations. Bit of traffic will start moving you all around nicely. Yeah, that's what we hope. When we can do lots of running, we'll get a nice, very consistent. I mean, it's consistent anyway, but it will really bed the circuit.
Yeah. Definitely, and looking forward to getting up to Andy's track at Blackpool again as well sometime. Yeah, hopefully soon.
Yeah, when we can, we hope.
Yeah,
long old drive. I did it there and back in a day, a couple of years ago.
Wow,
man, it was.
That's a long way.
I left at like 4 a.m. Went up there.
You're much better going up the night before, mate, and going on the Big Dipper or something, and then.
I actually drove down to the front and we just had a look and then drove back out again. Need to get out and actually experience Blackpool. Never done it before. Maybe Stumpy says from his perspective, it's still you won't be able to see from the pit lane. Although the pit lane sides are mesh, Stumpy, so you can look through the mesh.
Yeah, you'll be able to look straight through the pit lane.
Yeah.
And it'll be all there.
And he says he always brings his own step. I've seen Stumpy's step in the pits. Air compressor, yeah, we should have an air compressor there. We've got a little one at the moment, but we'll have a nice one, I'm sure, in the future, near future. We'll want it ourselves anyway for cleaning our cars, won't we? So.
Yeah, exactly.
So yeah,
exactly.
Andrew says a few changes this year, always welcome up there, so that's great. We look forward to going.
Yeah, he's always welcomed us with open arms. It's been cool. I've enjoyed. I missed last year's because I was at the Raw Nats when you guys were pounding around Blackpool last year for the national. But yeah, we've had lots of good fun up there. Yeah, so we'll be there.
It's good. So yeah, that's we're coming up to an hour. Not much more we can really digress on.
No, we've packed it out. I was a bit worried about tonight.
No,
I was worried about my tech not working.
Always flows, everything. It'll be all right on the night, as they used to say.
It will be all right on the night. And look at that. That was a technical inspection from the real boss. That was Teddy.
When was Teddy
checking it out? in his branded one of the days during the week in his branded jacket, checking it out, laying a bit of cable on the racing line just to keep us on our toes.
Sky's been trying to lay cable there as well. Bless her.
Yeah, exactly. I think there's a secret competition going on that we don't know about.
Yeah.
So far, luckily, the AstroTurf has remained poo-less, but then we haven't had a good night out there yet. Which I'm sure when that happens,
yeah,
one of us will be
Winnie.
caught short. Code Brown.
Code.
Oh God. Yeah. So on that bombshell, we should probably end, and hopefully let's try and do. Should we try and do a Wednesday from the track? Do you think that might be possible?
It could be possible. Let's let's see what we can. I mean, might be able to do some laps there on Wednesday. You can do some live laps.
That would be cool.
Yeah,
that would be cool. I think we should definitely do that. So yeah, I'm going to let you do the sign off because you're super cool at that. So I'll say goodbye to everybody now. Thank you for tuning in.
Yeah, here we go. Thanks for watching, everyone. I hope you all enjoyed it. Please subscribe to our channel. Please press like. Please love us. If you don't love us, whatever, don't watch. Share the video if you want.
Get your eyes.
Obviously,
like
this is the first time we've showed the track being driven, so you can go back and watch it again at that little clip where it was at. Share the video, let all your friends see it, tell them what it's all about. Press the bell notification, and then it will tell you when we're going live on Wednesday. And maybe you'll see John having to run across the track marshalling and all that stuff because I've crashed, or vice versa. John's put his hand up. We've got a good, nice school thing going on.
Two things. We'll send Davey Boy because he likes going and doing a bit of marshalling. And I think by default of making this thing work, the video that we put up, I think, is probably on YouTube. If anyone wants to have a look at the track.
Ah, there you go. Perfect. You haven't even got to scroll back through this. So, thank you very much. Cheers, John.
Love you, man. Be good.
But, I'll see you tomorrow when we got more testing to do.
See you then. Go steady.